The person who can change their emotions and their output, facial expressions, and body language based on the situation is the man who's going to win. The man who can do that was the man who's going to win. If you are in a situation where you are expressing your best self, maybe you're in a club or a bar or a party, you should put on the party boy persona. This is where you attend large groups, you speak very loudly, you speak very, you laugh a lot, you make jokes, you try to lighten the mood. That's really good for the party scene. But then, let's say 5 minutes later, when your homeboys comes up to you and tells you, "Man, Rohan, like this is something that happened. Like I don't know how to feel. I'm upset. Whatever the case might be, you need to be able to immediately flip the switch and start thinking, okay, I need to be the empathetic, kinder, not necessarily that you weren't kind in the first place, but the more empathetic person, the more empathetic version of myself, where I could be a little bit more supportive to others." That's exactly what needs to be done. So it all changes based on how you kind of interact with your environment. I'll give you an example. Today I had a club event, where I was doing whatever I need to do. It was a chess club, neurology club collaboration, and they held a chess tournament at my school, my medical school. And one moment we were all having fun, enjoying ourselves, partying, and then the food came out. There's a bunch of pizza. It was food that's generally considered unhealthy. I ate some pizza today, so I mean you already know like health is important, but you also you have to have some sort of semblance of like I had the calories to eat the pizza, so I ate the pizza. And essentially what happened was there were a lot of people who were getting a little self-conscious about the pizza. They were thinking like, oh man, like should I eat this, like what's going on? Then you shouldn't be in the party maker, the party guy zone. You should be thinking, oh yeah, like this is like I'm gonna be my honest version of myself. If you start yelling out loudly and making jokes still while everyone is in this state of vulnerability, you're gonna come off as really rude, and people aren't gonna want to be with you. You don't have the good energy. But the person who can be manually malleable, like the person who can change their emotions and their outputs at will, is the person who will win in life. Um, I'm saying that because in a lot of ways that's my personality now. I've grown so much from when I was just a kid, or even a high school or college student. I've grown into a much more matured, better version of myself. And this is the version of myself that has utmost control of my emotions. I meditate daily. I journal daily as well. I keep myself accountable in all sorts of aspects. I try to hit all the main things I want to hit, including the gym, um, eating, tracking my calories, studying, of course, I'm in medical school, all sorts of things. And becoming this version of yourself gives you a level of enlightenment that you can't really achieve without this. If you've never meditated before, you'll never understand a meditator's thoughts. If you've never crashed out on a diet before, you will never understand a binge eater's thoughts. If you've never been the party animal or the person who's the life of the party, you will never understand a club goer's thoughts. So the person who has all of these traits and can take them from when they want and use them when they want is the person who has the most power, the most control over anybody, because they know what everybody's thinking. The sex god, the person who is the biggest player, the biggest playboy, by the way, the person who can tap into that is the one who's gonna win whenever there's a girl involved. That's just how it is, because they know how girls think. They know how they interact with girls. They know the right things to say. And a lot of times it's very natural. They're not overthinking it. They're being the natural. They're being the charismatic, the charmer. All of these are subtypes of the type of people, the type of players. And if you can pull to all of these subtypes, you can win in any situation. All these books that I read about self help, or even just about, not about self help, about other stuff in general, they all go really into depth about talking about how you should change your life and how to take the steps forward to do that. It's not easy, man. I remember dude, I was so low, man. It's pretty rough because you feel kind of nervous about how about where you are in life sometimes, and you have this thought like it's never gonna get better, and you kind of just have to ruminate with it enough to where you start thinking, you know what? Screw this. It needs to get better. I need to take this step forward and just take the leap. I need to do it for myself. I have to. Um, and it becomes your best asset. In all honesty, the ability to change at will what you need to do or how you act based on the situation. That's the person with the most social awareness, the most understanding of the social game. If you want more information on social game, I have a whole course about it in my program. It's a med school program. You can join even if you're not a student. If you just want to learn how to study and how to live the popping student life, have a great social life as a student, have good support systems, take exams well. First thing in the description will be my paid program. Be the student of your dreams. Join now. But the person who knows the social game is the guy who's really going to pop off. The guy who can really figure out how to think based on how the other person is thinking, how other people are thinking. The person who can join the group collective while still maintaining a semblance of themselves. That's the guy. Oh man, that's the guy who's going to kill it in life. I'm telling you. The guy who's able to immerse himself in a group of people, adopt their group think. Like, this is what everyone's thinking. Everyone's thinking about the pizza today. Oh, now everyone's thinking about this chess tournament. Oh, now everyone's thinking about this guy recording YouTube videos. By the way, that's me again. Oh man, I want to be in this video. Oh, he's gonna interview someone. I want to be the guy who interviews you. And then all of a sudden you get hella people coming up to you. Hey, Rohan, you remember that time? It was so funny, huh? You get hella people just like trying to be buddy buddy with you again because they can get something out of you. And the person who has all of these traits sees through it. The guy who's been through all these things in life, the guy who's trained his mind, his body, his spirit, his work ethic, his focus. The guy who can do all of this is the one who will absolutely crush it. In Cal Newport's book, Deep Work, he talks about how the need for people who can really adopt deep work is greater than it ever was because 99.9999% of the people, percent of the population are so addicted and entranced to the dopaminergic activities like scrolling, online porn, video games, um, tons of junk food, staying up late and watching like anime or something. Don't get me wrong, I've done the last one a couple times, even recently. But the people who can really control that and stop that, those are the people who will completely win in all reality. And you don't need to be perfect, bro. You don't need to be the guy who's like completely in tune with everything and like is the perfect guy. Like I took a hot shower just like an hour, like 30 minutes ago, and you might think that doesn't matter. Oh man, I forgot. I just remembered. I need to keep my laptop open because I'm rendering a video. Oh man, I gotta do my password. All right, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Okay, okay, sweet. Sorry. I actually remembered. I closed my laptop and I need to render a video, so I should have kept it open. But yeah, I just took a hot shower, bro, and I hadn't taken one in about 2 weeks. I was on a cold streak, and I was thinking like maybe am I gonna beat myself up over this? Am I gonna start thinking like, man, you should have taken the hot shower, like you ruined your streak, whatever the case may be. I'm still gonna take the cold shower tomorrow. I took a cold shower today too. After the gym, I come back, I take a cold shower. That's my routine. But I'm still gonna take another cold shower tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, because I have a habit tracker to my left. I talked about it in another video. I have this thing written on my whiteboard where I talk about where I write down all my habits I want to do with check boxes, and every day I check them off. Um, right now, I'm checking. I'm gonna check off the YouTube one for this, the YouTube/video one. I made it a video today. I recorded it. I edited it. I'm posting it, as well as I'm making this more raw video for my second channel, my raw Rohan channel for that channel. And I'll check that off after. I still gotta do my reading. I usually do my reading before I go to bed. It's like 11:30 at night. It's pretty late, but um, I have a lot of energy still, so I'm chilling. I guess I'm okay. I don't know what's up. Um, I still gotta do my nighttime routine. I did my Duolingo. I still have to check off the box of like brushing my teeth and take my supplements and putting my Rogaine in my hair, all this stuff. The person who's done all this, man, and okay, by the way, it's not you don't have to get there overnight, dude. You can just take your time, bro. Like you don't have to get there completely overnight. You don't have to be the guy who's like goes from 0 to 100 over. Sometimes my hands get tired. I can't snap properly, but you don't need to be the guy who goes from 0 to 100 overnight and just becomes like some insane beast overnight. if that's what you want to do and you think you can sustain it, I guess go for it. But I'm telling you, bro, maybe you're different than I am. I don't think I could do that. I can't just overnight change my life forever and like stick to it for the rest of my life. I can't. I can start a diet overnight and stick to it for 2 weeks, and then eventually I'm just gonna either break the diet or I'm gonna think change it or do something different, and I'll adapt. Of course, it's possible to do if this is something that's super non-invasive. Like if you jump on the keto diet randomly one day and then you say I'm going to do it for the rest of my life, you will fail, because I've done that. I've been on the keto diet for like a couple months. I lost some serious amount of weight, got the leanest I've ever been. I also lost a lot of muscle, but I got super super lean, and I thought like it was the best thing for me until I crashed out and I ate some candy bars and it became bread, because I love bread. Keto, you can't eat bread. And I started eating bread. And I started eating like some sauces that I couldn't eat before. I started eating like some sweets, some chips. Oh man, I remember I craved chips so bad. I remember I really really wanted to eat like a bag of Lay's potato chips, but because I was on keto, I couldn't. And like at that time, I had no notion of when I was gonna stop keto. I had no idea when I was gonna stop. So I was like, okay, I'll never eat chips again because I need to stay on my keto. That crashed and burned. I gained more. I gained all the way back and some more. Granted, um, granted, I think my physique is a little better now than it was before I started keto, because I put on a lot of muscle as well. I'm telling you, man, it's like a slingshot. Like you start like a rubber band. Like you're pulling it, and sure, it comes back, but the rubber band stretches out a little bit more. So like as you stretch, you start here, it stops back here. So look at this progress that you made from here to here. That's some progress, dude. That's like how you make the small wins into the big gains. People like to shit on the small wins and say like 1% better is gay. That's dumb. I'm telling you, sometimes that's where you have to live. There are times you have to drastically change your life. Like I quit porn, the like literally in like one day. Like one day I was just like I'm gonna stop forever, and I have, you know, I've fought that battle and I won, you know, at least for no, I'm not going back. I fought that battle and won, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not going back. I fought that battle and I won. um I think I was debating it for like a couple of weeks, but the day, you know what happened, I moved to my college dorms senior year. The story is like I was in an apartment junior year, and a lot of things happened. I lost contact with a lot of friends. We fell out. My school was poor. I was not doing well in school. I was like, um, I had like some mental health stuff going on. I was depressed, so I moved back home, and then stayed there for a couple months. And then I went back to the dorm senior year, but I didn't live there really. I was just there for a little bit, and like I was there for a couple months, and then I moved back home again. And when I was back in the dorm, that's when I told myself, okay, I'm starting this new chapter in my life. I'm going to quit forever. I quit for 30 days, and then after the 30th day, I relapsed. I don't even know if I want to call it a relapse. I guess it is, but like it's this is not some like mega like heroin or something. You don't need to make yourself feel bad. I relapsed. You just say like, yeah, you know, like I had a lapse. Like you know, I slipped up a little bit. It's fine. I'm back. And then I went 60 something days. So the my first streak was 30 a month. Then it was up over 2 months, and then since that period, I have not masturbated or watched porn since that. In fact, after the 67 day, I think it was 67 days after the second streak, I didn't even watch any porn. It was like completely like it was completely like chill. I didn't watch any of that after the second streak, or after the first streak. So the second one I just lapsed like by myself, and since then it's been almost, I don't know, I don't keep track, but like at least over like 700 days, bro. It's been a long time. Um, I think maybe like 800, 900 days. It's been a while. Uh, and I never would have gotten here if I hadn't put in the work to change my life and like actually make the small steps. Because at first it was just going one day, right? And then a couple days. And then like when you hit day 30, I remember thinking like, oh man, like I did it. My goal was to hit 30 days, I'm done. And then I lapsed, and I felt like complete shit, dude. I felt so bad for a solid like day and a half, 2 days. I was like, man, like this sucks. I think I lapsed a couple times actually, because the first one wasn't even good. Isn't that crazy? The first one wasn't even good. It was not satisfying at all. So did it again the next day, and like I guess it was okay. It must have been enough because I didn't do it again. And then since then, like it's been pretty consistent. I haven't gone back, and I don't plan on going back. Um, So the best thing I can kind of tell you in this situation, bro, is literally just keep fucking going. Like it's half of my like mantra is like just keep going. Like don't stop, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep going, because you will eventually make it. The only problem is you have to put in some work to do it. It's not easy. You have to really like grind your butt off. It's like a full-time job in the beginning, honestly. Like getting to the point I am now, it's just accumulation of multiple things. Like you think I meditated, I read, I journaled, I went to the gym, I took a cold showers, I studied, I worked on my business, I did learned a language through Duolingo, I tracked my calories, and I do like a whole bedtime routine, plus abstaining from porn, masturbation, as well as like sticking pretty free of junk food. Don't get me wrong, I eat some pizza now and then. How do you think I did all that overnight? No way. No way could I have made the change overnight to do all this. There's no way. I had to slowly, one by one, add things to my life. And after a couple years, it's been about 3 years, I would say, since this whole thing started. I think I turned 20, around, like right before I turned 20, I started this, and now I'm like halfway to 24. So it's been like 3.5 years. That's crazy, dude. No, there's no way I was 20. I think I was about to turn 21. I think I was about to turn 21, actually. Yeah, about to turn 21. So like it's been two and a half, 3 years. Yeah, there's no way I was 19 into 20. No, I think I was 20 going into 21. Because I remember I told my brother, I was like, dude, like I want to level up because I'm 20 years old now, and I can't just be like a loser kid forever. Like I have to grow up and become like a better version of myself. Especially after all this happened, I started thinking about the stuff like that, about having to like actually be someone and provide and like have something going for me, you know. And it grew into all that I have now. It's something so amazing. I'm so grateful for everything I have. I journal about it in my journal. Today I wrote that I was super grateful for my mom and for my dad and for these people I know, some of my friends, some girls that are in my life right now. I wrote that I was super grateful for all of them. And you can only imagine how many fucking people my age do that. Nobody. I don't know a single person who like writes in the journal about gratitude. I do three things. Well, I did three things today, but I usually do like a recap of what the day was, a goals for the rest of the day and maybe tomorrow. One of the goals was making this video, and then a couple things I'm grateful for. Today I did a fourth thing, which is like one thing I felt tense about or like anxious about today. And I told you what that was even in this video. It was the fact that people like were crowding around me just because they wanted to be in my video. Like that's fine, you know. I get it. Everyone wants some clout, but um, it's easy to see through fakeness in people sometimes. And I'm very ruthless. I'm very like heartless in these areas. Like I'm very much so like I see through you, buddy, and I don't care. And that kind of I know this. I'm very smooth right now, but that like kind of ties back into into what I was saying about how the person who can put on the different attitudes and ideas and mantras in their head based on the situation is the one who will win. Because I went from I joined the thing, I was like hyping the event up. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a great event. It was awesome, by the way. It's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be so fun. As people started coming in, I started getting the vibe right. This is all subconscious, like naturally. Maybe it's not subconscious necessarily. I think about it, but like it's very natural. I'm a very natural social animal person. I'm a very natural social person. I have really good game with the girls. I talk well with like guys and like friends and like people who like are like like I have good camaraderie and stuff. And just in group think I'm also really good at like embodying the group. A lot of times what I say is what the group is thinking collectively, and so I'm like a spokesperson in a way. That's a lot of the reason why I was elected honor council representative in my class when I was a semester 3 student, because I embody my class. I'm very good at like commanding groups. I did this thing where I like made a petition to change a part of the curriculum for semester 1 students. I had to put it on the back burner because like some shit happened, and I had to like kind of not get I'm not getting done with it. I'm not throwing it away, but I had to like kind of put it on the back burner for a second so I could reevaluate it later at a later time. Um, and what I did was I like sent out messages in the chat. I made a petition. I like made a whole presentation with my friend. She's awesome. She's really creative. So like I asked her to help me make this petition. Make this presentation, and people came up to me like, dude, your message was so empowering and what's the word? Inspiring, that like you like changed how I was viewing it. And I was like, hell yeah, bro, fuck yeah, like that's awesome that I could do that for you. I'm so glad, I'm so happy for you. Like I'm so grateful that like I could do that for you. And he was like, yeah, man, like you keep killing it. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. I saw this guy in the gym like maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Nice guy. I wrote about him in my journal, but I don't. I think his name was Mike. I'm pretty sure his name was Mike. He's a good guy. He seems nice. But like in that situation, I wasn't the big party like hyping everybody up. I was like, oh man, I was like the sensitive, empathetic guy. I was like, oh, thank you. Like, oh, I was like, man, like that means a lot. Like I went like this. I was like, oh man, like that touches my heart, bro. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You have to like be able to be malleable to the different situations. You have to really change how you act. You don't stick to one. Oh my gosh, do you remember when we were in like high school and middle school? Every class was like a different vibe. Every class we had like almost like a different personality, right? Because in every class it was like a different situation. There were different seating arrangement, different professor, different teacher. I mean, different friends in the class, different girls in the class, guys in the class. It was different. And because of that, you really got to like change kind of how you really should have changed how you acted. A lot of people did. I was one of them too. Like I like had a different vibe in Latin class than I did in English class, than I did in history class, I did in math class. Oh, especially math class. I love math, and chemistry and biology. I acted very different in those classes than I did in English. Because in English, I liked English too, but like it was different vibes, you know. Um, and like it's the same thing. Like the student, if you're in like high school watching, the high school student who can really shift his or her own personality based on what he's watching, or based on what he's watching, sure, like you're watching my video, but based on what he's seeing and like what everyone else is thinking and what he's watching in other people, the person who can do that is the one who's going to have the most advantage and is going to win anytime, because that's the guy who can really mold his thinking into the right ways. I promise you, that's the guy who's going to get done. That's the guy who's going to do it. I'm currently living the fast life right now. I'm sure when I get older, I'll slow down a little bit more, but I'm really living the fast life and I'm enjoying it. So I'm not here to put this ride down for now. But I guess what I just want to say, guys, to end this video off, don't be afraid to immerse yourself into something, because very quickly you're gonna realize that that's something will teach you a valuable lesson. I recorded and edited a video today. It was like a vlog style video. It's probably one of my best work. It's on my main channel. It's about like a chess tournament. Check it out on my main channel if you want. I'll link the main channel in the description. But that video was so good, and you know what happened? I accidentally I deleted it before I could save it, and I had to redo the whole video. I was so pissed. I was like so like upset. I was like, dude. I was like, like I was like upset, dude. Um, but I had to quickly get myself out of it and think, you know what, this next one, I'm gonna make the whole thing again. I'm not gonna wait to make it again. No, I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna make the whole video again, but this time it's gonna be better than last time. And I think it was. I think it is better. If I do say so myself, I think the video is really good. It's one of my best works. So you have to be malleable enough to like to allow yourself to let go and be like, okay, it's okay. I had to take like a deep breath. I was like like I had to like sit there and I was like, dude, like I'm gonna freak out if I let myself freak out. I'm going to. I can't. So I had to, you know, reorient myself, and like it made all the difference. The video I think might be even better than it was before. It's still really good, so I recommend you to check it out. But yeah, I'll leave the video off like that. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.